Hello and welcome back to another video of Haytopia. In this episode, I am going to be, well, I guess it's not Haytopia. Sorry, I'm used to saying it. It's Hayville. But in this episode, I am going to be designing this area to the right over here. So I decided what I was gonna put around, the geothermal is, I was thinking, like, putting animals there isn't very good. So I thought of something better. There's a lot of trees here. So I'll put forestry. Why is the wood there low? How is that spruce tree have no wood? Well, anyways, I was also thinking of I should probably not put the geothermal power plant right there. I was thinking maybe I should put it, like, over here, maybe. Or maybe, like, at least up here. So I think I should reposition this, just for now. And I wonder, does that make any, like, does that make us lose power to the grid? Nope, but I think that makes us import more power. I guess not. I think the hydroelectric dam here just about evens this out. But we are going to run out of that eventually. So I'm thinking, should I put it here? Or should I put it over here? And I think the correct answer is over here. Like, right behind all the residential. I can stuff it here. And I'll do this and that. And I think that will still allow me to have a power plant in this new development area. Because that's kind of the idea of this new development area, is it needs to be able to power itself. Or at least, if it's going to consume all this power, it needs to produce it. And being up in the corners of the map, it's only so long where we can use things that produce, like, the wind direction was just going to blow it away from the rest of the city. But I wasn't thinking about the people which were going to live right around it. So I'll move it up there, which should fix that issue. And then I'm also going to develop this over here. So I think I'm going to need one more main road that goes maybe from here. Kind of splits through there, and then right before it hits that hill, kind of see the hill right there on that topography thing. Before it hits the hill, just cut to there, like that. Now, I do want to put something up here. I'm just not quite certain what. Okay, so put this main road through there. And then I'll leave it not as... I won't make it a roundabout. But I will make over here a medium roundabout. So let's just get... I'll probably develop... I wanted it to develop over here. So let's do that. First, I'm going to probably put it like this. There we go. And then I'll have all my shops for right here. Just so that if any ground pollution comes out, it goes directly onto the shops and not onto the houses. Then a little down the road, behind the shops, I'm going to have it just some houses that will land out onto a nice cul-de-sac. Where before it makes an outside connection, it'll go up the mountain, and then there will be an alleyway that goes back like that. And then it'll have, of course, 2 cul-de-sacs. That's good. We'll also be a tiny alleyway here, which will have no zoning. To which I will say, just kidding. I was just trying to make sure that it had the least amount of zoning possible to where I can then put... Actually, I think we should put a few offices in. Alright. Let's also put in something like this. Ooh, make sure it doesn't ride up on the mountain too much. This will kind of be the... This will kind of be the road that goes behind the mountain. I don't know how far I'm going to want this to extend, but probably not too far. And then I'm going to have it kind of loop around almost. Like that. I'm using the free flow tool because I kind of like it. It gives me good turns. Let's... Ooh, Phooey, there's a crash here? Why? So it just is completely fine? Okay. That's weird. Let's make sure that people aren't parking on this road. And then, since that the initial rush is now away, we can put back in crosswalks. Seems like a lot of these parking spaces are being taken. That's good to hear. And then we can also, just to support these shops over here, I'll start zoning in a little bit. I'll make sure not to consider any of the houses zoning, or then not the houses zoning, not to consider any of the main roads zoning. Let's just think of how I'm going to put this in. Let's do another, okay. That'll be part of the shops there. This will be part of the houses. There we go. That works much better. Just zone all that in. Oh, that's supposed to be shops. I did not mean to. Didn't mean to mess that up. So let's get that there. I forgot I had free flow turned on. Okay, I'm gonna put in a few... roundabouts, and then I'm going to put in this road here that kind of parallels this large road here. Till it comes to about there, I'll have to reconnect, and then I'll just do the fishbone tactic again. Instead of filling that in, put a big boy park in there. Where's a big park? That's a good park. Yeah, that's large. It's kind of like sunken into the ground too. That's cool. I think it would make more sense to have my roads go like this. It's just it makes less intersections. And it appears as introducing crosswalks again is kind of messing with traffic. So I'm going to remove these from right here, because you can already cross down there. Which make those traffic light enforced. And those crosswalks there are already traffic light enforced, so that's good. Are these medium density houses? No, those are just shops, I think. Nope, those are medium density houses. I was wrong. They're medium density, older style houses, though. So this is how, like, houses and shops used to look. Interesting. And then I think maybe just a slight change to... I don't know if this will help too much. But maybe a swap to roads like this will improve efficiency. I know there's one-way pedestrian streets. I probably should build a pedestrian neighborhood somewhere around here. You know, that's actually what I'm going to put in on this alleyway. That makes... maybe not a one-way pedestrian. Well, I could try it. See how it works. Put in a few houses like that on this building. And then for the rest, just fill it all in as low-density residential.